Hey, what is up YouTube? Alright, going through a chest workout that I did on Good Friday just recently, and just a few things that might be helpful to some with their chest training. So the first thing that I like to do when I'm starting a chest workout or any type of workout is try and train the muscle at the shortened range. So when the muscle is at its fully flexed position. So what I'm doing with this dumbbell press is I'm trying to squeeze my palms together and think about driving my biceps into my chest and trying to keep that tension through the whole range of motion. So keep squeezing those palms all the way up and down as the dumbbell goes up and down. So it creates a lot of tension on that chest and gets those shortened range fibers firing. So that then triggers my nervous system to send a bit more blood to that muscle. Then straight away supersetting into a fly. So that's the opposite of what I've just done. So now I'm trying to stretch the muscle out and get a lot of blood and feeling into the muscle this way. I find that this works really well, this strategy of training the shortened range, then the lengthened range with the first exercise, and really sort of switch that muscle on. And before heading to the big compound movements, this is a really effective way of getting the mind into the muscle. So then next up is onto my compound movement, and I like to start the first compound movement I like to do is dips these days. So just trying to rep out. Normally I could probably add a little bit more weight to make the exercise a little bit harder, but I was at the Newtown Fitness Playground and then there was nothing around to add any sort of weight to this exercise. So just went for high reps, just trying to keep the form nice and tight. I'm a little bit shaky at the elbows. My triceps are not as strong as what I'd like them to be, so that's another area that gets worked in this exercise, but mostly thinking about the chest, just coming down to getting a little bit of a stretch on the chest and then thinking about driving those elbows together. So rather than thinking about pushing up, just thinking about driving elbows in and together and trying to crush those chest fibers. And then the next compound movement I went to was incline, so working the upper chest with this movement. I alternate between decline and incline, whether I go first, just what I'm prioritizing on the day. So today was an incline day, focusing on upper chest, and fairly moderate weight for me here. So just maintaining nice stability through my scapula and making sure the chest does all the work. Not bringing the dumbbells too far up, that would bring in a little bit too much shoulders. So just trying to keep it in that groove and keep within my active range of motion of my chest. So thinking about locking down the core. I wasn't doing the best job of that during this day. I had a belly full of food, so as you can see my core's moving around a little bit more than what I would like. So if I can keep that nice and still, then I can get a little bit more tension through the chest. So this is a working weight for me. I think it's about 40 kilos. So normally about 5 or 6 reps with this weight. And as you can see there, I'm starting to get towards the end with this exercise. So then moving on to the decline, and same thing. So trying to keep that scapula stable, so shoulder blades down and back, and then just trying to rep out through the chest. I find that this decline is much more effective than a flat press. Flat press sort of hurts my shoulders a little bit, and what the decline does, it just puts my shoulders in a better position. It puts helps me to get them back and gets the chest doing most of the work rather than triceps and shoulders. So working a fairly moderate weight here, still warming up, and then on to my heavy set. So about 40 kilos. 40 kilos is about the heaviest the dumbbells get, which is, it's all right for me. I'm not the strongest bloke, so would still like to get that a little bit more reps with this sort of weight though, and that's what I've been working on lately, trying to get that chest nice and strong. But as you can see, trying to keep the shoulders back and not trying to go too far forward and put pressure on my delts. So then the compound movements were done. Then it was on to another isolation movement. Some more flies just to stretch out the chest for the rest of the workout. So just working up a little bit heavier now. I'm trying to get a little bit stronger at this movement, but it's not something that I'm great at. I'm on my left side is fairly tight, so I might need to make sure that I keep the weight moderate, just so I can control the full range of motion and really find where I'm weak, and spend a bit of time there and trying to get that left shoulder and left pec a little bit stronger. So then finishing up with some pullovers. So really just trying to work on thoracic mobility with this exercise, and shoulder mobility, because I can't, my shoulders are not flexible enough for me to actually feel this a whole lot in the chest. So I do feel this a lot more kind of in the rear delts and upper back, as my thoracic is not the most mobile, but this is an effort to try and increase that range of motion through my thoracic. So that wraps up the chest workout for Good Friday. Hopefully you guys can pick up some nice little tricks and tips from this video. Hopefully updating with some more workout videos soon, and just more progress updates, and maybe another day in full day of eating video, or maybe a grocery sort of shopping video. So stay tuned for future updates, and I'll catch you guys again soon.